director for Hairmax, and he's going to be talking to you throughout the hour about this technology that is non-invasive, that is easy, private in your own home, quick. We're not asking for hours of your time every day or every week, but really is a game changer when it comes to people who thought there were no solutions for their thinning hair. Good morning.
Good morning,
nice
Jill.
to see
How are you?
Terrific.
Hello, everybody.
So explain to everybody, who is Hairmax and what is this device that you've brought us today?
Okay, well, Hairmax is the first device to be actually clinically tested to help regrow hair in men and women. It's an FDA-cleared medical device, so that means that it is safe to use, and it's able to use in the comfort of your own home. You know, treatments like this were only available at clinics or at doctor's offices in the past.
Yeah.
Now you have the ability to use it at home, treat your hair loss, and help regrow that beautiful hair.
We've had over 100,000 Hairmax laser combs purchased from QVC. If you're one of those people, we would love to hear from you over the course of the next hour. Because let's face it, this is a product that a lot of you may be interested in, and at the same time, you may be a little skeptical. Will it really work? Can it help me? Are they kidding me? I'm going to comb that through my hair and it's going to help to grow more hair. How does that work? So a couple key things to point out to you. This is the most affordable Hairmax 9 that we've offered.
Yes.
This price at under $300 is really a sweet spot. So hopefully that makes it even more available for most of you. In addition, we're doing a 6-pay easy pay plan, so that's about $50 a month. In addition to that, this is huge. Our normal love it or return it policy is 30 days here at QVC. Sometimes in skincare, we extend it to 60. With this particular product, we have extended that. I think it's 180 days.
180
right?
days.
So that's 6 months.
6
right?
months. Because we want to make sure that you have the chance to try it for yourself.
Yes.
You know, I can stand up here.
And we know it needs time, Randy.
It needs time to work.
That's where I think QVC and Hairmax's credibility comes into this conversation. Yes. Why would we have you purchase a $300 device and say you have 30 days to figure it out when we know from the clinical studies it took maybe 4 months to start to see results occurring?
Exactly.
We want you to have results. We want this to work for you. We want you to have success so that you're confident again. So we are giving you 6 months to use this product as directed. Make sure you better do your job. But use it as we explain. It's quick and easy. And by giving you time, we're giving you your best chance at success.
Absolutely. And you have to be patient because it doesn't work overnight. I'll tell you now. You know, I read some of the reviews. People say, well, I used it for 3 weeks. It didn't work. It's not going to work in 3 weeks. It's not.
Yeah.
You're going to start to see results in about 16 to 20 weeks. And that's why you've got out there to 26 weeks or 6 months to try it.
Yes.
And let's talk about the results that we can see here, because this is important to understand. This is a before picture of hereditary hair loss in this young lady here. And you can see how that part is getting wider. Jill, look how you see down through her scalp. You mentioned earlier about when women get to this stage, they sit in the back of the room, they wear hats, they wear scarves over their head. They don't want to go out in public.
Right.
They hide from the camera. But look at that after picture after 26 weeks. After the end of that love it or leave it policy, you can have new hair growing in.
It's great.
And it's important to understand, Jill, that it's not a cover-up.
Right.
We're not making it look thicker. We're actually growing new hair.
Yes. I mean, these are from your clinical trials, were they not? Yes.
Yeah. So these are from the clinical trials. These are photographs done by doctors.
Yes.
So look at that
Look
thinning.
at this.
Look at that thinning hair loss in the middle there.
I mean, that's huge.
Those are life-changing results. You know, I don't like to use that word often, but
it is. But then you also look at the after. And you know, you feel like that's only 26 weeks later. It looks like the after was 10 years ago, and the before, is now. You look younger when you can get that hair back, and that's what we're helping you achieve. This is not just a product for women, because we know that this affects men too. So gals, this is for perhaps you and your husband. And this is real hair that's growing back.
Yes.
It's not peach fuzz that's growing back in, right?
Right.
And the results here are fantastic.
Guys, girls, help out your guys, right?
Yeah,
Look in that spot in the back there. Is he getting thin back there? And he may not see it back there, or he may be so self-conscious he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yes.
It's really a gift of love, because you want to look younger. You want your spouse to look younger as well.
Right.
And Hairmax can help you both do that.
Let's also talk about the overall success rate in your studies, because as we're going to see here, I mean, if you're on the fence, if you're questioning, okay, look at the results when this was
tested.
used.
We tested it in clinical studies where we tested it with some of the leading dermatologists in the country at places like the University of Miami, University of Minnesota, Cleveland Clinic. So big places, right? Huge places. We've all heard of those places, right? And in the studies, 90%, 9 out of 10 of the men and women saw hair growth. So think about that. And we're giving you 6 months to try it, 26 weeks to try it for yourself to make sure that you're one of those 90% people, one of the 9 out of 10 that saw hair growth.
Let's do this. We have a phone call already, which we love. So if you've used Hairmax, like I've said, you know, we've sold a lot of different versions of Hairmax on QVC. This is the Hairmax Ultima 9, which means there's 9 lasers, correct?
Right, yes.
That you're using in your hair. But all told, since Hairmax debuted on QVC, over 100,000 of you have purchased this item. We'd love to hear from you during the show. Kathy, joining us from Massachusetts this morning. Hi, Kathy. It's Jill. Good morning.
Hi, Jill. How are you?
I'm terrific. This is
Hi,
Randy.
Kathy.
Hi.
Well, you sound happy in your voice, Kathy. Are you a Hairmax user?
Yes, I am. I've had it for about 1.5 years.
Okay.
All right.
And it works. That's all I can tell people, is it really works. I have hereditary hair loss.
Right. Yes.
And it really does. You have to use it, though. You can't just use it for like a few weeks and give up. You really have to use it. I'm using it still like every other day. And around my hairline, I'm still finding that I get new hairs.
Up in this area here?
Yes. Even, closer to your hair, you know, down towards your forehead.
Okay.
Yes, down in there.
This area. Yes.
On the top of my head, I have my father. 2 of us in the family take after my father, and we just have lost the top of our hair up there. It's terrible. But I'm using it, and you can feel the peach fuzz at first, and then it gets longer and longer and fills in.
Yes.
It works.
That is great news.
I have the Professional 12, I think it is.
Yes. Yep. Yes.
And it works wonderful. It really does. It's just you have to give it time.
Yes.
That's
Thank
the
you
key,
for saying
Kathy.
that, Kathy, because, you know, there really are no miracles, right? And nothing is really going to change overnight, you know, regardless of what advertising might be out there for other products and things of that nature. Nothing can really happen overnight. But if you commit to this, the same way if, you know, people commit to walking every day, they're going to feel a little bit better over time. If you commit to this, then you will start to see those results. May I ask you, what finally made you make the purchase? Had you watched for a while? Did you finally think there has to be something out there? What got you to try it in the first place?
I watched, and there was lower versions of it where you had to use it for more minutes.
Right.
And then this one came along, and it was just less time.
Yes.
And my husband said, well, try it. I've tried to get him to use it. He won't, but that's okay. So I just use it myself, and I've stuck with it and stuck with it, and it works, and people have noticed. And I've had my sisters examine my scalp, and if just people, you can't expect miracles. I've always had thin hair, like I said, and it's not like I'm going to get a head full of hair like you, Jill, but I do have more hair than I did before.
Yeah, and how does that make you feel, Kathy? That has to play into things when you're getting ready to go out each day or whatever.
It helps. I mean, I don't have so much to cover up anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's easier to get ready. It's easier to fix your hair because you're not trying to tease your hair to cover up the thin spots anymore. So it actually saves time as well.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, Kathy, I'm so glad you called in. Thank you very much.
I know, thank you.
For sharing your
Kathy.
story. Yeah.
It's great that you sell it and keep on doing so. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Kathy.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And I love how she was such an advocate, Randy, for you have to use it.
You have
right?
to use it.
Like, why are you spending $300 on it and you're not going to do it? And you have to also know that you're going to be doing it. You know, this is going to become part of your kind of beauty routine, the same way brushing your teeth might be, the same way doing a facial mask might be. How often exactly do I have to do it on a weekly basis?
Yeah, it's
Randy?
only 3 times a week for 11 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's very little time. If you think about it, we've been on air for
12
minutes already, so you could have had your treatment done. I like to keep mine next to my bed.
Yeah.
That way it sits there, it sits right in the charger here, so it's always ready to go when I'm ready to use it. And I just take it out, and for 11 minutes, it's actually very, very soothing. You start in a spot, and there's a little beep, and when it beeps, you just move it about a ½ an inch. It'll beep and move it ½ an inch. 11 minutes goes by like that. And what I love about the Ultima 9 model, it's my favorite model, first of all, because it's
really?
so chic looking and designed by Pininfarina, if you know who that company is, the Italian company. But it's great for spot treating. Let's say, you know, she mentioned that she was losing her hair up along the hairline. You can spot treat right where you need to do it.
Okay.
If you've got it here up in the temple regions, you can spot treat. Then, of course, you know, if you're losing the top of your head, you can cover your entire scalp up here in the 11 minutes.
Explain, too, why the teeth of this laser comb are so important. Because, you know, there are other models that are out on the market now, you know, that are using laser technology to help regrow hair. But there is sort of a lot of science behind why this was designed the way it is.
Yeah, it's very important to understand, and it's patented as well. If we look at those teeth that Jill is showing there, what those teeth do, let's twist it just a little bit that way so you can see how those teeth are directly aligned with the lasers inside. So what these teeth do is they move the hair out of the way. We're treating the scalp, we're encouraging those hair follicles to grow again.
Yeah.
So shining it on your hair doesn't do anything.
Right.
Because your hair is already outside of your scalp.
Yes.
Shining it here doesn't do what it needs to do. Getting the teeth in there, and watch how those teeth can part the hair, and they let that light energy get right down to that scalp. When it gets down to that scalp, what that light energy does, it wakes up those sleeping hair follicles. It wakes up those hair follicles that have grown tired over the years. They're not producing a hair anymore. And it says, wake up, let's start producing a hair again. Let's get this energized going.
Well, this is a special event price, everybody. And so if there was ever a time when you wanted to try Hairmax, do so when we have it at such a great value. Under $300, right? And let's face it, there are some of you out there who have spent that much money on one skincare cream, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So this is, you know, for the long term for your hair. This also is on Easy Pay, which I love. And we've also done a 6-month return policy, 180 days. We know from the clinical studies that this is going to take time to allow the laser to help regrow your hair. And so we're giving you that time. We're encouraging you to take the time and to use this 3 times a week, 11 minutes a session, 33 minutes a week. You can do that because at the end of that 4-month, 5-month, 6-month mark, when you're just getting to the point where you're like, okay, so here's my 6 months, am I returning it or not? You're looking in the mirror and you're seeing a difference in your hair. That's what Hairmax is all about. I'm sure people are wondering, how do I know if I'm the right kind of pattern in my hair loss?
Oh, yeah, it's important,
or my skin tones? Like that all affects the efficacy of this,
does,
right?
yes.
So maybe you can take us through that,
Yeah, that's
Randy.
important to understand. First, let's talk about the guys.
Yes.
Okay, guys, if you are completely bald, you've got a shiny head, you've been that way for many years, we really can't help you, because it's intended for early to moderate stages of hair loss, which are indicated by the gray shaded areas in this diagram here. So guys, do you have the receding hairline up front? You know, is that forehead getting bigger and bigger? Or do you have the spot in the back like we saw in that before and after picture? That's the perfect candidate for Hairmax.
Okay.
If you're down along that bottom row, it's not gonna work for you. I'm gonna tell you now, okay? Let's look at the ladies chart as well. Ladies, again, the ladies in that gray shaded area. You see the pattern here where it's thinning on the top of the scalp, or in that bottom right-hand picture where it's thinning in the frontal area.
Yes.
So that means it's for you. If you look like number 3 or advanced, ladies, you've waited too long for there as well.
Okay.
The idea here is to catch it early, right?
Yes, yes.
So, you know, if you start to see that hair loss, get it early. Now, with any type of FDA light device, you have to test it on various skin types. We tested on very white through brown skin types. We couldn't test it on the darkest skin types, but it doesn't mean it won't work for the darkest skin types.
Okay.
And no matter what skin color you have 26 weeks to try it for yourself.
Yes, which I think is fantastic.
Yes.
Again, what we're excited about here is the fact that it's a special event price at under $300, that you have that easy pay opportunity, that this isn't something that is going to, you know, you don't have to schedule an appointment. You don't have to be embarrassed to go that you're going somewhere. You're doing this in the privacy privacy of your own home when it's convenient for you.
Yes.
If my hair is color treated, if I get a perm, can I use this product?
Absolutely, because what it does is it grows your hair back. So if you color treat your hair, the new hair that comes in is going to take on the same color treatment as your existing hair. If you perm your hair or flat iron your hair,